Toss the Mic Sportscast, WSUM 91.7 FM in Madison. I'm back. I'm Johnny Raider, no longer alongside Chris Coolidge, I know, but I'm alongside now Prime Will Overbo. How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing today, Johnny.
And I've been making some shorts recently on this YouTube channel, WSUM 91.7, about division predictions, and I get some suggestions in the comments to do some more predictions on different divisions, and I've done the the AFC West so far and the AFC North. So we've only done AFC divisions. And today, since we're in Wisconsin, there's a specific team that plays here, and there's a lot of Packer fans that we know. I thought we'd do a big production. This is the biggest production we've ever done for Toss the Mic.
Yeah, you see the lights, you see the mics.
Exactly.
We're bringing everything out.
If you're listening on the radio on Tuesday when this airs for Toss the Mic over the summer, you can't see what we're doing, but we got a lot of lights. We got a YouTube video. If you don't know, we have a YouTube channel. Come subscribe. Come watch. We have a whole video production. So, yes. With that being said, I'm gonna give you a warm-up question. I'm gonna give you a layup.
Okay.
How do you feel about the Bears moving to Hammond? I need to feel out how you feel about this.
I mean, I think it's just hilarious, to be honest with you. I think that especially Bears fans before this happened were saying, "Oh, this is never gonna happen. They're never gonna move ever again," and the fact that they moved and they turned it into a good thing again, oh, it doesn't matter, lower taxes or whatever, and it just is hilarious to me.
I originally thought they were going to go to the metropolis known as Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm kind of sad that they didn't, but Hammond is just the petty one because it's literally this close to the border. So, it doesn't mean anything if you're in the Chicagoland area other than pride, because saying that your team plays in your state, it's bigger than you think if you're not a sports fan, because, New York fans, you can't say that your team plays in New York. Sorry, Jets fans and Giants fans. The only New York team is the Buffalo Bills. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, truly.
But I wouldn't say it's that bad because they play in New Jersey and East Rutherford, not New Jersey, not Newark exactly. Or something.
Yeah, across the river still. I mean, they're kind of close. A little bit.
This probably won't be the last time we dog on the Bears in this video.
Nope.
Because we're both predicting the conference standings here, or the division standings, if you want to call it that. Do you have the coin?
Oh, no.
Because I think we should flip a coin to determine who goes first.
You
don't have a coin? We could flip anything, to be honest.
I was digging deep in my pockets. I can't find the coin. This is so sad. So
we're gonna flip my phone.
Okay.
And my phone, obviously, it has the screen side and it has the triple camera side. I'm sticking with the iPhone 13 or whatever this is, and Apple may not like that.
Just flexing on the listeners. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an old phone. It's a very old phone. I've had this since I was a senior in high school. So let's flip it. It landed on the camera side, and I called screen side. So you can go first, Will Overbo.
Okay. Beautiful. We're just starting with top of the division and then going down?
Yep, top to bottom.
Okay. Well, I think this is going to be an absolute bloodbath of a division this year. And tentatively, I have the Lions in first, going 10-7. I think they did a really good job of overhauling their offensive line. They added Cade Mays, Blake Miller, and I just think they're doing a good job of replacing Taylor Decker and Frank Ragnow, who just retired. They added some edge help with Derek Moore. I think he could be a solid prospect. We'll have to see how he develops, obviously. And, they did their best to replace David Montgomery with Isaiah Pacheco. And honestly,
I don't know about that.
I don't get me wrong. I love slandering him. I think he is kind of a mediocre running back, but I think that he's exactly what the Lions need in terms of just a decent third down back. So
just filling depth at that point. I'm not saying it's not going to be like a Sonic and Knuckles type of stuff.
Oh, definitely not. No.
Yeah, if you watched Isaiah Pacheco in his last stretch with the Chiefs, no, he is not what you think he is with David Montgomery. David Montgomery is going to be a good fantasy pickup for somebody this year, though.
100%. But look how aggressively he runs. That's the difference. Yeah. He's pumping his arms. Don't you see this? You see the effort, obviously.
Exactly. And then of course they still have Jahmyr Gibbs, and he's going to go off this year, but I'll let you continue and finish your takes before I give my full reaction to this list.
Okay, no problem. Coming up next is my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers. I have them also going 10-7. I think this is going to be just a battle between these two teams for this division. But yeah, they had a very conservative approach for this offseason. They had, I like the add of Javon Hargrave on the defensive line. I think he's decent. They are going to miss Micah Parsons coming up in this season, which will probably hurt them. This could probably be a 13-win team, but they're kind of stuck around that 10-win, 9-win range. I like Benjamin St. Just. Jonathan Gannon as a defensive coordinator is a big question mark for me, but
a very big question mark.
Very big. But we'll just have to see how it plays out. He was a decent defensive coach before he got hired with the Cardinals and that disaster of regime that he kind of oversaw. But I believe if he's just confined to a simple defensive role, he can actually shine. It's unfortunate that we lost Quay Walker and Dobbs, but I think we still have a decent receiver core with Watson and Reed, so I feel like, I don't know, we could overperform expectations, I think. 10 wins.
I highly disagree with this, but finish your list before I rip this apart.
Okay, sounds good. Coming up next is the team that I think is regressing the most coming into this division, and it is the Hammond Bears going 9-8. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like losing Tremaine Edmonds is like a really big blow to their defense, and Jaquan Brisker, of course. You sign Kobe Bryant. That's like an okay signing. Nothing crazy in my eyes. I like the Devin Bush ad. And of course you lose DJ Moore. And so it's a big question mark on how Caleb Williams is actually going to perform without a receiver like DJ Moore. I'm sure he'll still be decent. I'm sure he can still win games. But I think there's too many question marks and too much regression for this Bears team for me to put them too much above 500.
And then just say that last place team because it's pretty self-explanatory.
I think everybody knew what the last place team was going to be, but I have the Vikings going 7-10. Obviously, you have Kyler Murray. He's looking to be the starter. I don't know if I love that. Obviously, there's some tension there. I think he could have a good season. He certainly could. You're adding Jawan Jennings, who was a solid slot option. We'll see how he translates into this Minnesota offense, but there's this is just a weird roster. I think we can all agree that
if their quarterback hits, if they have a good quarterback, this team wins 13 games. I'm not lying. This roster's good enough to win 13 games. It's just that quarterback. 9 is not going to win you more games.
Nope.
He's going to lose you more games. He's not good. He's not even a system quarterback. He was not that good. He can only throw to one side of the field.
Definitely not. I think they lost a lot of power on the defensive line by losing Jonathan Allen and Jonathan Greenard. But their defense could still take another step up. I think there's just too many question marks going into the season to have them over 7 wins, honestly.
If you believe in their quarterbacks, you could have them above the 6-11, 7-10 mark, which I don't believe any of those quarterbacks, which we'll get into later. And I think defensively with Coach Flo, you'll always have he'll always elevate, even if you don't have great personnel, which they might not, but I think they probably do. They have a lot more youth now. They've been cutting out the older veterans for a reason because they might see the writing on the wall that they're not going to be competing this year.
Yeah.
But with that being said,
very fair.
I'm going to use my list as my reaction to your list because I was holding back. I was holding myself back.
I know you were.
That.
I know you were.
Okay, first of all, I agreed with you first on the first place team. The Lions, I have them going 11-6. They swept the Bears last year for you Bears fans out there, so can't say that you match up well with these guys. So division, expect either best case you split with them. They lost 5 one-score games last year and still went 9-8. And guess. And I'm just going to put this out there right now. The Bears, I have them as my second place team at 10-7. They had the toughest schedule in the NFL, and they won 8 one-score games last year. So do the math on that one. If even 4 of those flop, you can guess what the record would be. They wouldn't have been good. I'll just say that. But I do think the Bears have improved. Getting rid of DJ Moore was a good thing, in my opinion, because Luther Burden showed elite wide receiver 1 upside in that last part of the season. So I think he's going to jump Roma Dunze in the depth chart here. And I think it's going to look really good with Caleb Williams probably taking another step forward. And their offensive line was good last year. And as long as they have a good offensive line, you can get away with the stuff Caleb Williams does. And we all know the stuff that he likes to do. We saw it in the Madden cover.
Of course.
What did you think of the Madden cover, first of all?
I mean, I liked it. I liked the Jordan homage, like him kind of just jumping out of the frame. It was fine. It was all right.
We were talking about this earlier. He was aura gambling.
Definitely.
Like if this flops in his third year being on the Madden cover, he's going to be talked about as like Peyton Hillis type of levels of disrespect to his aura.
I think way more disrespect, 100%. Because like Peyton Willis was like a flash in the pan.
You don't even remember his name. His name is Peyton Hillis.
Jesus.
He was aura gambling at its finest. But yeah, with that being said, if you're comparing the Lions to Bears, I think the Lions are going to be more consistent. They have a more consistent coaching staff. The thing about the coaching staff, though, is what Lions fans think will separate them from competing. And that's Coach Petzing coming in from the Arizona Cardinals. And Arizona Cardinals fans, I don't know how to say this nicely, they hate him. Yeah. They say the meanest things about him. And then he comes in to take over this, quite frankly, explosive offense in Detroit. Mm-hmm. Will he ruin that one too, is what they're thinking. But I don't think he's going to be the main guy running that offense. Like, Dan Campbell can run an offense. He's fully capable of doing that. Mm-hmm. And if he interviewed with him, you got to think that they can mesh even a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I agree. I think that he's also working with better personnel. So I think,
exactly.
I think he might just be one of those coaches where, like, he's great with good players, and bad with bad players.
And they had the same offense last year, and they fired their offensive coordinator pretty darn fast. Mm-hmm. As long as he doesn't do that, you got to think that they improve from 9-8. All of these teams have hard schedules.
Yes.
So I'm not saying it's a guaranteed thing, because the NFC is, quite frankly, it's stacked.
It's a bloodbath.
The NFC West is arguably a bigger bloodbath. Mm-hmm. And they also have they have the worst team in the NFL versus like the three arguably close to best teams in the NFL.
Don't sleep on the Cardinals.
No. I am sleeping
just
hard,
kidding.
very hard on the Cardinals.
I'm dozing off.
I think we have that clear. Lions at 11-6, Bears at 10-7.
Okay.
And then I have the Packers at 9-8.
Fair.
I'll tell you why.
That's fair.
Defensively, you can't lose Parsons for this long into mid-October
and
not expect to get off to a bad start compared to the rest of the division. Mm-hmm. Is that a good enough hole to come back from? Because the Packers, even when healthy, they'll have their down spurts. Mm-hmm. We saw it last year. Matt LaFleur has a lot of stuff to hurdle over. Like, okay, let's have a fully healthy Tucker Kraft. And all receivers have to stay healthy as well, because now you're committing to that receiver room, which is questionable to say the least. Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, all got extended, and now Matthew Golden is probably going to have a bigger role. If even one of those fails, gets injured, has a really bad season, who do you have behind them?
Yeah, not much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the run game is a massive question mark because Josh Jacobs just got in trouble. I'm not going to go into any further details about his trouble, but now you're looking at Marshawn Lloyd, who has played like 2 full games in his time. He's been in the league for 3 years.
Right.
So the run game is a huge question mark. If you can't run the ball, Matt LaFleur's offense does not work. And that's along with, I already mentioned that Micah Parsons is gone till October. I hate these defensive backs. I hate them. These corners are terrible. Keyshawn Nixon is for some reason holding out. Stay out. Packer fans don't want you starting at corner.
Yeah,
trust me.
We're good. We're good.
They have Carrington Valentine, the guy they drafted in the 3rd round. They don't have a lot there. And you can expect them to play a lot of cover 2, a lot of too high shells. They won't be playing a lot of man-to-man, trust me, because they're not covering anybody man-to-man, not even a Division III high school team.
Nope.
They can't do a lot of stuff with their defense in terms of creativity. Because, one, Micah Parsons is gone, so the pass rush is going to be vanilla. They're going to be sitting in the same types of coverages, which most quarterbacks can read like a book, because they're seeing all of these types of Brian Flores, Jim Schwartz type defenses every week. Once they see this, they're going to be like, barbecue chicken. They're going to eat that up, okay? So the Packers, I think there's just too many hurdles to climb over. I still think this roster is probably a 10-7, 11-6 team. Do I think they get over one of these hurdles and go 10-7? Maybe. But there's just too much to overcome.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But I do think that I'm very optimistic about Matthew Golden. I'm very high on him as a player. He didn't really get that usage that you would expect from a first-round wide receiver, and he looks to be getting that in this upcoming season. And even in the small flashes that he was the focal point of the offense, he showed that he can catch on some of the best defenses. So I think I'm optimistic about it still.
Because we saw the one touchdown play against the Bears in the playoffs. That's really the only thing I can think of in terms of signature plays. And usually first-round wide receivers have those signature plays.
Yeah.
We knew right away Malik Neighbors was a dog, and they got him involved. What's stopping a first-round receiver like that from showing what is his it? Even Zay Flowers, a guy like him, can show his it. We know what he is. He's going to make plays, yards after catch, in the slot. That's what he's going to get open. Stuff like that. He shows that he has something elite to show off. I haven't seen much of what makes Matthew Golden Matthew Golden. 368 yards and 2 touchdowns over 18 games. There's a lot to prove there. And
definitely.
If I was flipping the coin right now to land on a good season or a bad season for Matthew Golden, I bet 1,000,000 times out of 10 that coin's going to land on tails.
Yeah.
So, Packers at 9-8.
Fair enough.
And then, of course, we already alluded to this. Vikings at 6-11. I don't trust Kyler Murray or 9. I don't trust either of them. And guess what? 9's having a better mini camp than Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, man, lock in. You have Justin Jefferson.
Unreal.
You have Justin Jefferson.
There should be no excuses. I think they have all the weapons they need to put
You
together
have
decent,
Kevin O'Connell. He's going to be calling your plays. He's going to make it as easy as possible. He made Josh Dobbs look good. It's really hard to do that. So, that's how I got the division going. What's your reactions, and what do you disagree with? I know there is something there that you disagree with.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't see how the Bears got better. Can you just go into that a little bit more? Because I just feel like
I don't think they got better defensively.
They lost so much on the defense. That's the thing. That's why I see them regressing 2 or 3 wins. And I think that, I would expect this coaching staff on the Packers to maybe learn from some of these closer games that they've lost in the regular season, and maybe, just maybe, iterate on that into the next season and maybe win more of those closer games. But that doesn't necessarily show up in the stat sheet.
I think they weathered the storm in terms of offensive line with getting Garrett Bradbury at the center position following a retirement from one of their best players at that position. So they got past that. They signed Kobe Bryant, which a good safety from the Super Bowl winning Seahawks, and then they get Devin Bush as well from the Browns, that top 5 defense they had over there. So it's not like they didn't do anything. I think the defense will either stay where it is consistency-wise or get a tad bit better.
Yeah.
And even a tad bit better, I think they've improved. But offensively, this team is going to get better just because of how young they were. And Luther Burden, I think this guy's probably going to be a wide receiver 1.
He's a dog. I'll admit that.
And if he is that, how much do they improve?
Yeah.
I would rather take Luther Burden 10 times out of 11 over Matthew Golden. That's not a hot take.
I mean, maybe not, but I'd say they have just as much potential, But that's just me, I
wish they had an alpha running back, though. Because, DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
That's not going to cut it in the Ben Johnson offense. But Colston Loveland, though, that's another name.
He's incredible.
After that Bengals game, that you saw that touchdown, right?
Of course.
So that offense is extremely young. It's going to get better. That's why I say the Bears got better. And I'm not saying record-wise because, oh boy, they have a really tough schedule. But 10-7, they're not winning the division. I think the Lions
got it.
They come back to where they were.
Definitely.
And that is our NFC North predictions. What do you think? Let us know in the comments down below. And, of course, check out WSUM, our website, both our app and website, the podcast section of that. And you can check out Toss the Mic. A lot of episodes with my previous co-host, Chris Coolidge, but this is the inaugural debut of Prime Will Overbo. And how'd you like your first episode of Toss the Mic?
It didn't go so bad. I think I held my own, I'll come more prepared next time.
Well, guess what? We thought this was going to be a 10-minute video, and guess what it turned out to be? 22.
Woo.
22-minute video.
Time flies.
Exactly. Time flies when you're having fun. And catch us next time, and hit that subscribe button while you're here.